is up, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. Happy Tuesday. We have some crazy news to discuss. As you can tell from the title, David Arquette, aka Dewey Riley, is back for Scream 7. This is insane. I mean, I wanted it to happen. You guys know I've been wanting a Dewey flashback, and looks like we're gonna get it. Yeah, I was planning to live stream today anyway. It was going to be a 14K celebration stream, which, by the way, thank you so much for 14K. But then the news broke about Dewey about an hour ago. So I had to make this one a Dewey Riley stream. Tomorrow will be the 14K celebration, but let's get into it. I see we have a lot of people here already. Thank you to all 66 people who are here. I appreciate you. I see a lot of comments in the chat. We will start getting to them in just a moment. But if you don't mind first giving the stream a like, that definitely helps out the channel. But let's see. Hey, Shane. I am so happy as well. Hey, Keon. Harvey said, feels like bullying now if you were once in a Scream film and are not being cast in Scream 7. That is so true. Yeah, and like DJ said, who isn't coming back? You guys know we already have Matthew Lillard, Scott Foley, like unbelievable. JJ, welcome to the stream. You said bring Dewey back. I don't care if he died in 5. His character added so much to the series. Yeah, he definitely was like the heart and soul of the franchise. I'm so happy we're going to see him again. I definitely think he, is dead. But I so wanted to see a flashback of him in Scream 6. And I really thought we were going to because it was the first movie without him. And I know like David Arquette, I'm so happy for him because at the time of Scream 6, when it got time to start filming, he said that he was so sad because he wasn't a part of it. And considering that we know that Dewey and Gail lived in New York together and Scream 6 took place in New York, I thought we were going to get a flashback in Scream 6. It just would have been such a great way for fans to see him again. But it looks like we're getting that in Scream 7. Hey, Antonio. Dewey's back because he couldn't hack it in the afterlife. Shane said, Jill and Mickey, I hope, are next. I'm hoping they announce Emma Roberts. There were rumors weeks ago, like after the Matthew Lillard news broke, there were rumors that Emma Roberts was next. I don't know if that was just like one fan going on Twitter saying, I hope she comes back next, and people just started kind of running with it. But I heard that rumor. So we will see. I don't know. I am a fan of the Jill is alive theory, but even if it's just a flashback, I will take it. Emma Roberts said that she feels she's not done with the franchise and that she would love to come back. So listen, anything is possible at this point. Hey, Kayla. Yeah, I'm thinking flashback. Yeah, flashback showing Stu killed Dewey. That is something that I have been saying on the channel for so long now. You guys know I don't think Amber killed Dewey. I think it was Stu. So what if we see a flashback to that scene, to Dewey's death scene? And this time around, it's a little bit extended. And they show Ghostface standing over Dewey, and they take the mask off, and it's Stu. That would be insane. Let's see here. We have a super chat from Jason. Thank you, Jason. Welcome to the live stream. You said maybe Dewey was first on the scene with Maureen Prescott's murder. Ooh, that's interesting. Also hope they show that Stu killed Dewey. Please don't waste Dewey's return. Yeah. definitely hope, like I just said, I hope they show that Stu killed Dewey. That's an interesting thought, though, about Dewey being first on the scene with Maureen Prescott. Totally possible. I mean, it was only a year before the events of the first movie, so he would have been what, 24 at the time? Um, so yeah, I mean, it is a small town. I don't think they have that many cops, so it's definitely possible that he was there. And there's rumors now that Lynn McCree is coming back. Obviously, that would be a flashback. We're all theorizing that we're going to get a flashback to Maureen's murder um, with Billy and Stu. Maybe find out Roman was actually there. But yeah, maybe we could see Dewey on the scene for Maureen Prescott's murder. I feel like either way, no matter how we see Dewey, though, for whatever flashback, I will be happy. I just want to see him again. But definitely want to find out that Stu killed him. Thank you, Jason, for your super chat. Hey, Daniel. Harvey says, I would like a flashback of Billy, Hank, and Nancy Loomis just having breakfast to see what the vibe was like. That's funny. Daniel says, I hear it's going to be a Randy-esque flashback. Definitely possible. You guys know, I have a theory that Stu knew that, I mean, Dewey knew that Stu is alive. If you've seen my theory videos on it, then you know all about the theory. What I feel like it's possible that Dewey knew Stu was alive. He was keeping this secret for all these years, and that explains why it's what led to his downfall. He couldn't keep his job. He turned to alcohol. His relationship with Gail couldn't work out because this secret was eating him alive. But what if he filmed a videotape, kind of like Randy did, where he confesses to Sydney and Gail, like I've had the secret. I was sworn to secrecy. Um, Totally possible. By the way, thank you to all 100 people who are here right now. 102 now. That is insane. Thank you for hanging out with me. Hey, Dead Ghost. I hope to God so it can put the Amber killed Dewey angle to rest. Would love a flashback showing Stu was the one who attacked Gail in 6 too. Yeah, you guys know. I think Stu attacked Gail in Scream 6. I think he's the one who killed Brooks. I do not think that it was Amber. I mean, Quinn. Any normal person knows Amber didn't kill Dewey, and I would love that as well. Stu attacked Gail. Yeah. Hey, Thomas. Hey, Alex. Hey, Martin. Yeah, great news. Dewey is back. Hey, Paula. Yeah, a lot of people here believe that Stu killed Dewey. I mean, it just makes sense. Like, Dewey is a legacy character, and that scene is highly questionable. And then Gail's scene in Scream 6 is also highly questionable, and she's also a legacy character. It just makes sense for Stu to be the one to kill or attack these two characters. Like, they have so much history together. Now we have 110 people here. So thank you so much. This is insane. Please give the stream a like if you don't mind. Yeah, exactly, Martin. Kind of like I was just saying. These two legacy characters that are so important to the franchise and the story overall, their scenes are questionable. Like, come on. Thank you, Ghostface. Hey, Angie. Thank you, Martin. It's funny when people bring up, well, they confessed to doing it. Like there's no possibility they could be lying or just taking credit for a bigger accomplice. Exactly. My whole thing with Amber is, you guys know, I think she's in Stu's cult. And Stu was not ready to reveal himself yet. It wasn't time for him to make his grand reveal. So, as a cult member, she's going to protect him and do whatever he says. So, she has to take credit for it because she can't just say it was Stu unless he was going to reveal himself at the end of 5. Hey, Teddy, thank you so much for the $10 super chat. I appreciate you. Thanks for being here. You said, what do you think of Dexter Resurrection getting all these big names like Uma, Peter Dinklage, and now Neil Patrick Harris? I am super pumped. We also have Kristen Ritter. I love her in Breaking Bad. They were just set photos of Kristen Ritter in Central Park. Definitely go check out that video if you haven't seen it. I think this season of Dexter is shaping up to be like one of the best seasons. The budget for this show must be insane. Um I'm just super pumped. They're entering their 3rd month of filming. About 3 to 4 months from now, the show's going to start airing and I am just so excited. Definitely going to be covering it on the channel, continue with my recaps and reviews. So definitely stay tuned. Thank you so much for your super chat and for supporting the channel. Let's see, where was I in the chat? Yeah, crazy news with David Arquette coming back as Dewey. I'm honestly not that surprised. Like, I kind of expected him to have a flashback. That's what I've been wanting since Scream 6. But I'll admit, I'm a little bummed that they announced this. Just because they've already announced Matthew Lillard and Scott Foley, which is insane. I was hoping that Stu was going to be a secret, but you guys know my thoughts on why they announced it, because I think they knew that they could not keep it a secret. It was going to get leaked, and that would have sucked. So they decided to get ahead of it. Scott Foley, they probably could have kept a secret, but I think them telling us about Scott was to confuse us, which is a good thing, like to make us say, what the hell is going on? If Roman's dead, does that mean Stu's dead? But just imagine if they didn't announce Scott Foley and sitting in that theater and having Roman pop up on screen. That would have been insane. And same thing with Dewey. Like, I wish that this was a secret so that it could be a surprise. But either way, I'm happy. Yeah, so I've talked about this on the channel as well. What if Dewey, visited Stu in jail or like the mental hospital? I have a theory about this, like during the events of Scream 4, when the killings started up again 11 years later. And if he knew that Stu was alive, what if he went to visit him and was like, what's going on? Are you behind this? That would definitely be cool. Yeah, I have faith in Kevin. I think this movie and this franchise are in good hands. And also, like, the fact that they are making these crazy announcements and kind of like revealing a lot of the surprises, that makes me think that there are just a ton more crazy surprises in the movie, because they have to. Like, at this point, if you're revealing all of the potential surprises, they have to have something else up their sleeves. I cannot wait. Hey, Eduardo. Thank you for joining the stream. Hey, Demetrius. Hey, Danny. Hey, I'll be right back. Hey, Dean. Thank you for being here and thank you for being a channel member. You said the Deadline article already says the trio died in previous movies. So the article says Stu, Roman, and Dewey were all killed off, but reprising their roles in a surprising way. It has to be flashbacks. Yeah, I definitely think Roman's a flashback and Dewey's a flashback. I think Stu is alive. And I think that, like I was just saying, I think that by announcing Roman, who is clearly dead, he was shot in the head, I think that's a good thing because, like, there are so many people out there who think that because Roman's dead, Stu must also be dead. And those people are going to be um shocked in the movie theater. Hey, Squirrel, thank you for being here and for being a channel member. Hey, Isaac. Hey, Andy. Yes, you are hearing this correctly. Dewey Riley is back. Dewey better have been in a coma this whole time. That's funny. Imagine, I mean, I think he's dead, but there are a lot of people out there who have theories that he is alive. I don't know. I mean, we never saw a funeral. I still think he's dead, though. Hey, Chris. Dewey probably gonna pull a Randy from Scream 3. Yeah, definitely possible. We were just saying that earlier in the stream. Speaking of Randy, so I've been saying that I want to see Jamie Kennedy back. I think it's possible in the form of a flashback or another Randy videotape. I know that he looks different now, but what if he shaves his beard, cuts his hair, and they filter it and DH him? I think it's possible. And something interesting, Jamie Kennedy just the other day posted a story to his Instagram saying that he's getting a haircut soon. So I don't know, make of that what you will. Maybe he is getting ready to film something. I mean, at this point, everyone's coming back. Why not him? Hey, thank you so much for your super chat. You said, I would like a flashback to Stu interacting with Christina during Scream 1, something we haven't seen before. Yeah, I agree. I've been saying this. I think Christina Carpenter, the Carpenter sisters' mother, is a shady person who we have yet to meet. I think that if the sisters were going to be in Scream 7, that we would have finally seen Christina in Scream 7. Unfortunately, they're not returning, so I think the likelihood of this has gone down significantly, but I do still think it's possible because Christina has a connection to Sydney and Stu. I mean, Christina and Sydney went to school together. They both dated Billy. Christina was in love with him, but Billy dated Sydney publicly. So maybe Christina was jealous of Sydney. Maybe she wants revenge on her for killing Billy, who she was in love with. And then I have this whole theory about her. After Billy died, then she turned to Stu, and maybe they bonded over Billy's death. Maybe she helped him stay in hiding. Yeah, I think Christina very well could have known what was going on back in the day. I think she knew what Billy and Stu were up to and was fine with it because I think she has this like darkness herself. Thank you, for your super chat. And thank you to all 122 people who are here right now. That is insane. Hey, Ray. Hey, AJ. Thank you. Sorry, I realize I am behind the chat. There's a lot of people here, a lot of comments. I'm gonna try to get through all of them. Hey, John. Yep, I definitely think we're gonna find out Stu killed Dewey. Whether or not we get an actual flashback to it, I think it's gonna be revealed. Imagine if they do what Courtney Cox wanted and have Dewey be alive, because there was a deleted scene they filmed in Scream 5 where he lived. Interesting. I know Courtney Cox has expressed the fact that she wants David Arquette to come back. I don't recall her ever saying that she wants him to be alive. I kind of just remember her saying, "We need him back." So that could be a flashback. And I am not aware of this deleted scene in Scream 5. Did they film it or did it just get completely cut from the script? Thanks, Dead Ghost. R.I.P. Dewey. Hey, Raggedy Man. They could also bring Dewey back in how Billy was in Scream 5 and 6, but Dewey only appearing to Sydney and Gail. That's definitely a possibility. I personally wouldn't really like that. I mean, I'll take anything I can get. Like if we can just see Dewey on our screens again, I'll be happy, but I feel like they wouldn't repeat this with Dewey. I'm thinking definitely a flashback or maybe Gail has like a dream about him. Like she misses him, so she dreams about him. Yeah, I love how much David Arquette loves the franchise. Hey, Brooke. I have faith that Scream 7 will be infinitely times better than Scream 3. Yeah, every new announcement just gets me more and more hype. Hey, Russell. Thanks for tuning in. And yes, please, everyone, give the stream a like. Oh, good. Yeah, my notifications didn't go out last live stream. Sometimes YouTube just glitches. Hey, Joshua, I would love for Jill to be back as well. Emma Roberts has expressed interest in coming back. She said that she feels she's not done with the franchise. Hey, Leah. Yes, I heard that Skeet Ulrich is rumored to come back. I would love this. I want to see Billy and Stu on our screens together again. Obviously, Billy is dead. He was shot in the head, but he could be in a flashback with Stu. Like once they announced that Melissa Barrera wasn't coming back, I was bummed because I figured, we're not going to get hallucination Billy again, which I loved in 5 and 6, but we could definitely get a flashback. Why not? We have a super chat from As Solar. Thank you so much for the $10. You said great news. Hope they flash back and explain why Dewey stayed in Woodsboro when Gail left. I think Dewey stayed in Woodsboro because he thought Stu was still alive and was waiting for him to come back again. Yeah, I hope they do something with that. Well, we know that he was in New York City with her for a brief amount of time, and then he left her in the middle of the night and chose to go back to Woodsboro, which I think that is very interesting. Like, after everything that they've been through together, why could he not face her and just say, like, listen, I'm not happy here. I love you, but I need to go back to Woodsboro. It's where I belong. What happened that he couldn't even face her? Um, but yeah, I think he knew Stu's alive. And like I've said, I think that keeping this secret for almost 3 decades was eating him alive. And that's why he couldn't make his relationship with Gail work. Um, it's why he lost his job. It's why he turns to alcohol. So, yeah, I hope they explain exactly what happened between Gail and Dewey. I think it has to do with the secret about Stu. Um, yeah, I don't know. I'm just super excited. Thank you so much for your super chat. I appreciate you. Thank you for supporting the channel. Bring back Mickey. At this point, I wouldn't be surprised. Daniel says, I have a strong feeling the cult has a link to the Stab subreddit from 5. Yes, you and me both. I have several theories on the channel about this. You know, Amber and Richie met on the Stab subreddit, where I think Stu is recruiting people for his cult. Even like Jason and Greg in Scream 6, I think they were a part of the cult. And I think that they also met Richie online. They somehow knew Richie. We know this because he said, like, he knew, Jason knew that Richie was responsible for the Scream 5 killings, where the whole world thinks that it was Sam. And Jason says, we have to finish Richie's movie. And then Kirby says that she was tracking Jason and Greg's online activity. So that's just another clue that there's some connection with the Stab subreddit. Maybe the killers could be using Dewey's voice through AI, like how some are theorizing. Definitely a possibility, but I just feel like we have to see them. You know, like I think some people are saying it's going to be AI video, which I guess makes more sense than just like the voice changer from Scream 3. Because I think we have to physically see these actors. Like if it was just their voice, I feel like they wouldn't even announce them returning because they could just do the voice work elsewhere. Like they don't, you know, it's not like they're going to be filming on set where there's the risk of spoilers. So yeah, I don't know. I hope I want to see a flashback. I hope it's not just the AI. Stu is definitely the one who attacked Tara in the beginning of 5. Yeah, I definitely think Stu was the one on the phone with her. I don't know if that means he also attacked her. It's possible, but I definitely think he was on the phone. If anyone here has not seen my video on that, please check it out. It's called Was Stu Macher in Scream 5's opening scene? They said Stu will have a huge role in 7 and Roman will have a small role. Exactly. I've been hearing that Stu is more than just a cameo. He plays a big role, and Scott Foley confirmed that his is just a small role. Why do you think Roman didn't just kill Maureen himself and had to have Billy do it? I don't know. That's interesting. I'm assuming that he just wasn't a killer yet, because as far as we know, he didn't kill until Scream 3, which is maybe 4 years, like within the timeline, 4 years after, or maybe 5 years. Well, no, he says in Scream 3 that he tracked down Maureen 4 years ago, which would have been 95, so Scream 3 might take place in 99, I don't know. But as far as we know, all of those years since Maureen's death until Scream 3, he didn't kill anyone. So maybe he just didn't want to. Like, he didn't want to be a killer. But then after Billy and Stu did everything, and then the events of Scream 2, he was like, let me give it a shot. I'm assuming flashbacks, but this is starting to tread new nightmare territory with so many returning. Um, yeah, I don't think it's gonna be New Nightmare, at least I hope not. I feel like even though that would be cool to see one day, I think if they do it for Scream 7, a lot of people, myself included, will be disappointed. The way they've been talking about this movie makes it seem like it's a continuation of the story. And I feel like if there comes a day where they do New Nightmare for Scream, I think they have to be pretty upfront about it, from the beginning, so that people don't get excited that we're getting like another continuation of the story. I feel like they have to tell us right off the bat that they're doing New Nightmare. Yeah, there have been rumors about a Ghostface cult since the summer before the last summer, I think, unless it was this summer. Um, yeah, there was talk of a Ghostface cult, and nowhere in those rumors did they mention Stu. But obviously, like, if there's a cult, Stu has to be leading it. Roman, Stu, and Billy were there for Maureen. I hope it's revealed that Roman was there. From what we know, he wasn't. It was just Stu and Billy, but with Scott Foley back, I'm wondering if it's going to be a flashback to reveal that Roman was actually there that night. Or maybe we'll just see Roman tracking down Billy. Maybe we'll see him tracking down Maureen when she initially like shuts the door in his face. I'm also hoping that they reveal that Stu was Roman's secret partner in Scream 3. It's going to be crazy for the people who somehow go into Scream 7 without knowing all the returns. Yeah, I feel like there's probably a lot of people out there like who don't know. There's a lot of just casual viewers who are not as obsessed like we all are and just have no idea what's going on, don't read articles about it, and they're just going to be shocked. And I'm jealous of them. I wish they would bring back Joel and Jennifer Jolie for Scream 8 since there are so many people in Scream 7. I would love that. I love Joel. He is so funny and one of the smartest characters. I've been saying, like, we need him back. I think he was supposed to originally be in Scream 6. He was like in the original script for 6. But then once Nev Campbell dropped out, I guess they took him out of the script. And Jennifer Jolie, man, I would love to see her. Parker Posey has said multiple times that she would love to come back. In fact, she just talked about it pretty recently. I did a video on it if you want to check it out. Hey AJ, welcome to the stream. My thought is all flashbacks and Dewey shows up after the murder. Kind of like a Halloween Kills flashback. Or maybe Dewey was part of the murder as well. Yeah, definitely think it's going to be mostly flashbacks. I know a lot of people are running with the AI theory, which I suppose is possible. I'm not crazy about that idea. I definitely just hope it's flashbacks. The drawing of Dewey's corpse, which was in the shrine, is a very significant clue that Stu is alive. Richie would not have had time in which to sketch this drawing. Yes, Alex, that is a good point. Yeah, I think about that all the time. I know that you know about my theory with the sketch of Principal Himbry in Scream 6. We see this identical sketch of Principal Himbry dead on his office floor. But we know that his body was moved to the goalpost, to hang from the goalpost, which we also see in the sketch. And so if Billy and Stu move the body, there would be no crime scene photos of Himbry dead on the floor. So how would Richie know how to draw that so spot on, like literally identical? Either Stu drew it himself or he was able to describe it in great detail to Richie. But then again, like you just said, Richie didn't have time to draw Dewey. After Dewey's death in Scream 5, we like immediately go into the final act at the party. So yeah, it's looking like Stu drew these photos. Maybe 30 years in hiding, he had a lot of downtime and took up drawing. I feel like Dewey would have opened his mouth about it though. Tatum died because of them. Yeah, I have theories though that like he was just sworn to secrecy. Like, my theory is that Stu's parents had a lot of money, paid off the cops in a small town to help them protect their son. And so either the cops who keep the secret threaten Dewey, like if you talk and if you reveal this, something will happen to Gail. Or they threatened his job because Dewey loves Woodsboro. He loves being a cop. He loves what he does. So what if they were like, uh, listen, if you reveal this truth about Stu, you won't have a job here anymore, and we'll make sure that you can't be a cop anywhere else. I don't know. It's a movie. Anything is possible. Thank you. I'll be right back. Yeah, that was a weird day. I just think YouTube glitched that day. Hey Walter, I agree. Probably a flashback scene. We technically don't know. I mean, they said in the article like details about his role are unknown, but that is the case with everyone else. All character details are unknown right now. So I think he's dead still and it's just a flashback. We have a super chat from Skonkalunk, if I'm saying that correctly. You didn't send in a message, but thank you so much for your super chat and for supporting the channel. Let me see where I was. The chat, every time I go to a super chat, the chat scrolls away from me. Yes, also we have our first ever Academy Award winning Ghostface with Mikey Madison. With so many people returning, it seems like this will wrap up Sydney's story and maybe pass the torch for a new cast. I could definitely see that being the case, especially with Sydney's daughter being in the main cast. Yeah, I definitely could see this possibly being Sydney's last movie. I have never seen Scream in my life, but I love your videos about Dexter. I appreciate that, but you definitely gotta check out Scream. You will not be disappointed. There is now 355 days, 23 hours, 51 minutes, and 5 seconds until Scream 7. That's funny. Counting down the days. Do you think Hank could or used to be a part of the cult, or just never knew and just lived his life knowing almost his whole family were murderers? I don't think he was a part of the cult. Um, I've said before, I would love to see his reaction to finding out that his whole family were killers. Like, who are these people that he lived his life with and shared a home with? He started a life with Nancy and raised Billy. And both of these people turned out to be killers. What does that say about him? You know, he raised this kid to become a killer, and then his wife became a killer. That's insane. And then now his granddaughter Sam is involved in all of this as well. Hey, Comic Productions. Hey, Isaac, thank you for being here. Hey, little kitty cat. I think Stu would just appear, but secretly. What do you mean? So he wouldn't be revealed to the other characters and just to the audience? Mikey was brilliant in Honora and was more than deserving. I have not seen it. I know it's available to rent, but I also know that it goes to Hulu in like a couple weeks, so I might just wait for it to go to Hulu so I don't have to spend 20 bucks on it. Quinn didn't even have any bruises on her face at the end in Scream 6, so I don't think that was Quinn at the apartment. Yeah, that is another good clue. I have talked about that on the channel. Gail literally hits this ghost face, smacks this ghost face in the face with a freaking what is it called? Iron cast skillet, is that what it's called? Those things are heavy. And Quinn had 0 bruising at the end. That is a little unrealistic. I know it's just a movie, but like, come on, not a scratch, not a single bruise. I'm still mad about them killing off Dewey. I get it. I do feel like something big needed to happen. And, you know, Scream 6 had 0 big deaths, and I don't really like that about Scream 6. I'm not crazy about the way they went about Dewey's death. I wish that Sydney and Gail were there for it. That is my biggest issue with it. Who do you think killed Tatum? I feel like that's the toughest kill to figure out in the first movie. I always thought that it was Billy, but some people on YouTube have presented some pretty compelling evidence that it could have been Stu. So now I really don't know. I think the channel is Nerds at Night. Definitely check out their video on it. I think there was a deleted part of the script that hints towards it being Stu. But I don't know. Russell said Stu killed Dewey and attacked Gail in her apartment in 6, and Stu killed Randy Meeks. I think Mrs. Loomis took the credit. I definitely agree about Dewey and Gail. Randy, I am open to the idea. Um, I know Nerdbox on here on YouTube. They agree with you. They think that Stu killed Randy. Stu is deaf back, and it will certainly be a cult of Stu. I am with you, Rando Geek. I agree. We love that David and Courtney are still doing this after all the years of real life togetherness. Yeah, I love that they are still friends. I mean, they obviously share a daughter together. Um, but sometimes people after they get divorced, like even if they share a kid, they can't be friends still. And I just love that they're still friends and they still did these movies. Like, they did Scream 5 together. And now they're both working on Scream 7, which is insane. We have another super chat from Yuno. Thank you. Gail's attack, you can clearly hear male grunts. Yeah, I agree. My only thing with that is I guess it could be the voice modulator. You never know. But I think in Scream 5, so in Scream 5 in the hospital, just before Dewey's death, you can you can see Ghostface turn on the voice modulator and like the light goes on and then they speak. So that means that before they turn it on, it was off. And you can kind of hear male sounding grunts then. So that is one scene where we know the voice modulator wasn't on, but you kind of hear male grunts. So I don't know. Thank you, Yuno, for your super chats. Thank you, Shane, for being here. If you're even still here, I realize this comment was a long time ago. I am so behind in the chat. I apologize. um, Scream 7 will break box office records. I totally agree. There are so many people out there who are claiming they're going to boycott the movie, and those people who are such haters also say like this movie's gonna flop. No, it's not. It is not. What about Stu killing Khan and his girlfriend in Scream 3? Khan is a legacy character. Definitely possible. I did just talk about this in a recent video. I put out a pretty big video recently, like it was like 22 minutes long, and I think it was called What Has Stu Been Doing for 30 Years? And I kind of go through all of the sequels and all of the little potential Stu clues. Um, so yeah, this is definitely possible. Do you think Stu will die? I think yes. Whether it's in 7 or 8, I'm kind of hoping that he gets away with it at the end of 7 to go on into Scream 8, but I do think eventually they'll kill him for sure. Teresa says, when the phone rang during the kitchen scene in Scream 5, I think that was Stu. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I think it's possible. Yeah, Richie gets like an unexpected phone call. What if Detective Bailey helped Stu in the first movie? Because as we know, Detective Bailey was a corrupt cop and he's very old. So I think that Bailey wasn't actually a cop. I think they kind of confirm this. I don't know. So we know that Bailey is a fake name. The creators of the movie confirmed that not only is Hirsch a fake name, but so is Bailey and so is Landry. But they also admit that this presents an issue with Bailey joining the NYPD. Like, how is that possible if he has a fake identity? I don't know. I feel like Scream 6 just had a lot of unnecessary plot holes. And they also confirmed that the Bailey family, whatever their real name is, they were from the Midwest. So I don't think Bailey was around in Woodsboro. I heard they might be using gallons of fake blood. Yeah, I hope Scream 7 kind of ups the gore factor. I heard that there's a potential photo out there of Nev Campbell covered in blood. I haven't seen it though. This could just be a rumor. There is so much unknown, and if it is indeed a two-parter, this cast will be massive. Yeah, this cast is already massive. I'm hoping, there's rumors that Scream 8 is filming not long after Scream 7. I don't know if this is true. I hope it is. I feel like Stu and Leslie have to be alive in Scream 8 if they get Sam and Tara back. I hope we can see Sam and Tara again one day. I'm thinking Leslie is going to be in Scream 7, and I think that Anna Camp, her character, she's secretly Leslie. I think she's going to go by a different name, and it's going to turn out that she is Leslie. We have 131 people here right now. Thank you so much, you guys. That's probably my highest number in these live streams. If everyone here right now could give the stream a like, I would so appreciate that. It helps out the channel. But thank you so much for just being here. This one tonight's going to be a little extra long. I usually do an hour, but I do plan to go over. And I just have so many comments to get through. So I'm going to try my best to get to all of them before the stream is over. But you can always send in a super chat. Those guarantee that I see it. We have Stu is alive as a member. Thank you so much for being a channel member. I see her using the fun Stu emoji. Unfortunately, it doesn't pop up when I put it on the screen here, but it shows up in the chat. If anyone here wants to be a channel member, the link should be down in the description. You'll get to use those fun scream emojis in the chat. What runtime are you expecting for Scream 7 with the returns and introduction to new characters? Might need an intermission. I definitely now believe it's going to carry over into Scream 8. That's a good point. This cast is massive. We know that Scream 6 was the longest Scream movie. It was like just over 2 hours. With Scream 7, I'm hoping for at least 2.5. I would take 3 hours, but I feel like that's too long. Yeah, when I go see it in the theater, I am gonna have to not drink all day and not drink a soda during the movie because I am not going to the bathroom during that movie. Like, I'd rather pee my pants than miss a scene in Scream 7. Thank you, Nike Mark. Do I think Scream 7 will Sam and Tara will come back? I hope one day. Definitely not for Scream 7. Thank you, Scotty, for being a channel member. I appreciate you. You're a big supporter of the channel all the time in these live streams, so I appreciate you. We have another super chat from Thank you so much. I feel like Chad is gonna get his wish this time around. Watch out for the beheading. This one is gonna be so brutal and gory. Damn, so you think Chad's gonna get beheaded? That would be insane. Possibly the craziest kill in this franchise if he gets beheaded. It'll be sad. Like, oh my God, imagine Mindy being there to witness it. That would be so sad and like horrifying. But yeah, Chad's number might be up. He has survived some crazy stuff in 5 and 6. 7 might be time for him to die. Imagine his head gets chopped off and he just puts it right back on. Only Chad. Thank you, We have a $5 super chat from Loudworld97. You said, love your videos. You're the best. Keep them up. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. That is very kind. I'm glad you enjoy them because I love making them. I genuinely enjoy making these videos and talking about my favorite movies and TV shows with you guys. It's like the best thing in the world. So thank you so much. And we have a super chat from Lee as well. You said, I hope they don't reveal the killer till part 8 and Scream 7 on a cliffhanger. Stu reveals himself at the end of part 8. They end him once and for all. I agree with most of this. So I'm kind of back and forth. So I definitely want Scream 7 to end on a cliffhanger, but I still want the Stu reveal in 7 because I want to find out finally that Stu is alive, and I don't want to wait till Scream 8 for that. But have him reveal himself in Scream 7 at the end, have him get away with it, so that we can get him in a full movie in part 8. Because especially if, like you said, if he doesn't get revealed until the end of part 8 and then he dies, that's such little time with Stu. I want as much time with him as possible. So reveal at the end of 7, get away with it, get a whole movie with him in Scream 8, and then kill him once and for all at the end of Scream 8. I want as much time with him as possible. Thank you so much, Lee, for your super chat. Thank you for supporting the channel. Hey, Andrew. Thank you for being here. Said, actually, we already had one beheading in Scream 5. What are you talking about? Am I missing a joke here? Who was beheaded in Scream 5? Thank you for your super chat, I'm sure if you drop another comment in the chat, I'll get to it eventually and finally get the joke. Unless I'm just missing something. We have another super chat from Lee. Thank you so much. You said at the end of part 7, Sydney gets a phone call and it's Stu saying, surprise, Sydney. The screen cuts to black and rolls to credits. Yeah, I'll accept that. I would like that. Yeah, I think I did talk about that in a video. Yeah, as long as even if they don't reveal Stu at the end, do something where we know that it's him. So like you said, a phone call from Sydney to Sydney and Ghostface saying surprise Sydney, and then we'll know that it's him. And it kind of reminds me of the end of Batman Begins, where Batman sees the Joker card. So we know that the Joker's gonna show up in the next movie. Something like that. Like, have Stu leave some kind of calling card. Thank you so much, Lee, for your super chat. We have Loud World 97 throwing out $10. Thank you so much. You said you, Craven Something Scary, and Killjoy Jake are my go-to horror movie critics, information givers. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. I love those guys. I agree. Their channels are like some of the ones that I watch constantly. They make great videos. If anyone here is not subscribed to these two channels, Craven Something Scary and Killjoy Jake, definitely go subscribe to them. They make great videos. Thank you so much, Loud World. I appreciate you for being here in the live stream and for sending in your super chats. You know, back with another super chat. You said I meant Scream 6. What beheading did we get in Scream 6? Are you just referring to like the mannequin that got the head kind of chopped off and Chad was like, beheadings? Other than that, we didn't get one. But thank you so much, you know, for all of your super chats. Hey, Melissa. Yeah, this movie is going to be hopefully the best one yet. Casey Becker flashback. I put out a video recently with some flashback ideas, and I threw that one out there as well. Maybe we'll find out some new info, like maybe Roman was there. Maybe Christina Carpenter was there and drove the getaway car. With Scott, Matt, and Matthew returning, do you think it will be revealed that the cult was around from the beginning, started by Roman, Billy, and Stu? That's interesting. I never really thought about that. I don't think so. I feel like Stu started it up after the fact. But it's possible. I don't know. Hey, SOC, thank you for joining the stream. Do you think Scream 7 will be bloody like Terrifier 3? I hope so. Mason Gooding has kind of promised this to us. He said, you know, there's a lot of viscera and gore, and he said that there was a prosthetic that made his stomach turn. So I am hoping that they took a page out of the Terrifier 3 script. Which one do you think is going to be Anna Camp's son, Sam Reckner or Asa Gurman? I've been thinking Sam Reckner, but everyone keeps saying it's going to be Asa. Loud World throwing out another super chat. You said I want to get you the extra stream. Wait, are you referring to the goal that I posted? Because I don't think... Oh, the goal is still going. I have 7 out of 10. Oh, the goal ended. Damn. There was an hour timer on the goal. But thank you so much, Loud World, for all of your super chats. I appreciate you. We have another super chat from Lee. Thank you, Lee. You said, I think he's talking about the beginning of Scream 6, where Jason found his roommate dismembered. Ooh, interesting. I did not think about that. Oh, yeah, you know. You said the guy in the fridge, I think his name was Greg. Yeah, that's actually a good point. I did not think about that. That honestly was like, um, thank you, Lee, by the way, for your super chat. Um, yeah, that is a gruesome sight. That, even though we don't see the kill happening, that is like one of the most brutal and graphic like shots of the movie. That was insane. Are you gonna do another bracket fight thing? Yeah, eventually, for sure. Hey, Federico. I wonder what Leslie Mocker is up to. Also, what does Stu think about his nephew being killed? Yeah, I have theories about this on the channel. Leslie, maybe all these years she's been helping him stay in hiding. Um, maybe she has been helping him run his cult. What do I think Stu thought about his nephew being killed? I don't know. Either he wanted it to happen because maybe he tried to recruit Vince into the cult and he said no, but Stu couldn't have Vince running around out there knowing that Stu's alive. Maybe Richie and Amber went rogue. I don't know. Yeah, Leah, I agree. Sam Reckner does kind of look like Vince. So it makes sense if Sam Reckner was playing Anna Camp's son, aka Leslie Mocker, because then Sam Reckner and Vince would be brothers. Now that Dewey's returning, I really believe Gail's gonna die in 7. That's actually a good point. What if Gail dies? Um, and as she's dying, she kind of sees Dewey. Like, what if he like leads her into the light? That would be so emotional. You and me both, Federico. I am so happy Dewey's back. Yeah, Angie, I didn't see your comment before I just said that. What if as Gail is dying, she sees Dewey? And he's like, "It's all right. I'm here. We'll be together again." That would be so sad. Yes, Amber did say she killed Dewey, but I think she's lying. I think she was part of the cult. Stu wasn't ready to reveal himself yet, so she took credit for it. Hey, realistic FPS, welcome to your first stream. Thank you for being here. I do pretty regular streams. Tomorrow, I already have one posted for tomorrow. Same time as today. Yeah, I think we're in good hands with Kevin Williamson. Scream 7 will definitely be better than Scream 3 for sure. Gail does not have a son, at least as far as we know. Imagine they reveal that in 7. I know a lot of people think Mickey's alive. I don't. Could he be? Yes, because he wasn't shot in the head. I think it's possible that he could be alive, but I don't think he is. I don't think it's necessary. James Doak says Ghostface. Imagine we get a Doak's flashback in Dexter Resurrection. Hey, because movies. Angelina could still be alive. I know a lot of people love that theory. Technically possible, but I don't like Angelina. I I think she's so annoying, and I just don't care to see her again. Yeah, Ray. Dewey's theme gonna really hit. Joel's definitely the smartest character. I'll take a Mickey flashback. Yeah, I would like to see. I mean, I think Mickey is a pretty cool character. Um, so to see Timothy Oliphant back as Mickey in a flashback, that would be cool. Would you be disappointed if Scream 7 revealed it's just a copycat killer and it's not Stu? I will be, yeah. I would be very disappointed. I feel like the Stu clues have been there. Like, everything has been leading up to this. I feel like it would be a missed opportunity if they don't do it. Are there any celebrities you'd want to see in upcoming Scream movies? Yeah, I said on a previous stream I would love to see Justin Long in a Scream movie. I love him so much. Um, Mia Goth would be great. Sophie Thatcher, I would love to see. Which there was a rumor like a year ago that she was going to be in Scream 7. Obviously, that's not the case as far as we know. I mean, I think there still could be some announcements that haven't happened yet. But at the time of the Sophie Thatcher rumor a year ago, I wasn't a fan of hers yet. I hadn't seen her in anything. But now I am obsessed with Yellow Jackets, which she is great in. I thought she was great in Companion. So Sophie Thatcher, I would love to see in Scream. Thank you, Yuno, for your super chat. What if Stu uses Dewey's phone to call Gail and she dies because of it, just like what happened to Dewey? That would be an interesting parallel. However, considering it's been over a year since Dewey died, I would imagine his phone is like deactivated. So don't think that's going to happen, but would be an interesting parallel between Dewey and Gail. Thank you, Yuno, for all of your super chats. You are being very generous this live stream. Yes, Dewey Riley is back. We are not joking. Dewey Riley's back. You can look it up. It's all over Twitter. It's official. It's on Deadline, all these different websites and articles. Do you think Scream 7 is going to pull a Terrifier or Saw kill? Very gory or just the usual kills? I'm thinking and I hope that they will up the gore factor a little bit. I don't think it's going to be quite on the same level as Terrifier and Saw, but I'm hoping a little bit more. Do you think we will actually see a flashback footage of Maureen's murder? I hope so. I have a video on the channel about this if you want to check it out. Hey, Carl. I am good, thank you. Hope you are too. I worry with all the cast announcements that they're going down the new Nightmare route. What are your thoughts? I don't think so. I was saying earlier in the stream, I think that if they were doing New Nightmare, they would have to tell us from the jump. I think so many people would be disappointed at this point. Yes, Matthew Lillard has been casted in Daredevil season 2. Super happy for him. He totally deserves this. Am I the only one who does a full-on Screamathon every time before seeing a new Scream movie in theaters? You are not alone, Dead Ghost. I will be doing that several times before Scream 7. Hey, Horror Man. Yeah, these Scream 7 announcements, man, they just keep on coming. If they announce Emma Roberts next, I will literally like short circuit. Yuno has been a member for 1 month. Thank you so much. They used Richie's phone to call Sam in Scream 6. That's true, but well, yeah, I guess that was a year after the events of Scream 5. Um but I guess his family could have just easily taken over his phone. When it comes to Stu and Dewey, I don't know. I feel like, if Stu killed Dewey, I guess he could have taken Dewey's phone off of him, like out of his pocket. But I feel like, I don't know. I feel like when they came to take away Dewey's body, they would have been like, "Where's his phone?" Well, yeah, I guess Stu could have taken it. If he uses it in Scream 7, um, that means he's been paying Dewey's phone bill this whole time. That's funny to think about. Have you ever seen that movie Ready to Rumble with David Arquette as the lead? I have not. Is that the one that also has Rose McGowan in it? I know they're in a movie together where they hook up in the movie, so a little weird to see that. Ghost of the Pines is a new member. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. We got a couple new members tonight. Scotty joined and Ghost of the Pines. I appreciate you guys. If anyone else wants to sign up to be a channel member, the link should be down in the description. You will be able to use fun Scream emojis in the chat, and you get access to some exclusive videos that not everyone can see on my channel. Speaking of, I do plan on doing a new video just for channel members soon. I know I haven't done one in a while, but I have not forgotten about you guys, all of my channel members. So I'm working on something. Scream or Terrifier, which do you prefer more? Definitely Scream. Obsessed with Scream. I don't think Stu did the drawings, only because he could hardly write. My mom and dad are going to be so mad at me. That is a fair point. Danny says, I watch certain ones like Scream 1, 5, and 4 probably 10 times as well, like you said, but I do love my marathons. Yeah, in the past, I've always had to go in order. I've always watched 1 through 6 in order, but recently I actually started just throwing a random Scream movie on, like, out of order, which I never did before, but it's actually kind of fun. Like, not having to commit to the whole franchise, but just throwing on Scream 4 because I feel like it, which I've been meaning to do lately. We have another super chat from Yuno. You are killing it tonight. Thank you so much. You said Stu can clone Dewey's phone, so it doesn't really matter if they shut his number off. I think that's how it works. That's actually interesting. Totally possible. Because don't they do that in Scream? Well, Amber says in Scream 5 that they cloned her phone. But maybe they didn't actually because she's the killer. Like, she probably just used her own phone. Yeah, I guess that's possible. So yeah, imagine Gail gets a phone call from, like, she looks at her phone and it's Dewey. That will be insane. Thank you, Yuno, for all of your super chats. I seriously appreciate it. Yeah, I am down for this. A Dewey videotape revealing that he knew Stu is alive. 51 weeks, Ray. Counting down the weeks. Yeah, I would love for Hank and Sam to meet one day. Any collabs with Craven Something Scary anytime soon? We don't have anything planned, no, but yeah, maybe soon. Hey, Chris, welcome to the stream. Any collaboration with Cody Leach? I'm not, we've never chatted. Like, I know of him and I watch his channel sometimes, but we've never chatted, so no plans on a collab. Oh my god, you have to see Dexter. You won't be disappointed. And the fact that we have a new season coming out and the prequel just came out, oh my god, you are in for a treat. Alex coming through with a $5 super chat. Thank you, Alex. You said Critical Overlord has implied that he has inside information that Stu is dead. Do you think that he is telling the truth about this? Um, well, you know that I think Stu's alive. um, my thing is with like inside information, maybe people who have inside information don't like aren't being told everything. I don't know. Um because obviously they want to keep this a secret. Like they did announce Matthew Lillard's you know, casting, but they obviously did not make it clear if he is alive or if he's dead. I think they still want to keep that a secret. So maybe not everyone knows this, you know? They're probably the scenes that Matthew Lillard is filming when Stu is alive, I'm sure are very like secretive. Like not everyone is invited on set. Maybe not everyone gets to read the whole script. So maybe these insiders don't even have all of the information. Um which I would hope is the case. Maybe they're getting maybe they're giving them false info so that they can convince people that Stu's dead and then so that makes it still be a surprise. I don't know. I just, you know, I think Stu is 100% alive. So, you know, I don't think this is accurate information, but we shall see. Thank you so much, Alex, for your super chat and for always being here during these live streams. My night is going great, Ghost of the Pines. I appreciate you being here. Who do you think killed Chad in Scream 5? Chad's alive. We have a $10 super chat from SOC. Thank you so much. Did you hear that rumor that Tater? Did you hear that rumor that Tatum had a twin sister? That's why she had two beds in her room. Rose McGowan said in an interview that her twin was in the mental institution. Yeah, so I might have been the one who started this rumor. I did a theory video like almost 2 years ago at this point that about this that I used to do a series on my channel called Unanswered Questions from the Scream franchise. And one of my questions that I asked you guys was, why does Tatum have two beds? And then I also mentioned the fact that Rose McGowan said that she would love to return as Tatum's twin. So I actually might have been the one who started this rumor. Um, Realistically, the 2 beds is probably, like, maybe growing up when Dewey outgrew his bed, they moved his old bed into her room for, like, sleepovers, you know? We know that she has a sleepover with Sydney. Maybe Sydney sleeps over all the time, and I think that's the logical explanation for the 2 beds, but maybe she did have a twin. Maybe our next Scream 7 announcement is gonna be Rose McGowan, and she's coming back as Tatum's twin. That would be insane, but I would not be surprised at this point. Thank you so much for the $10 super chat, SOC. I appreciate you. Wait till Gail finds out she called Dewey at the worst possible time. Hey, Derek. Would love to see Sam become a Dexter type of killer, killing other ghost faces. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, this movie is not gonna flop at all, whatsoever. These people who are boycotting it, it's gonna have zero impact. They're just hurting themselves. But whatever. Stu will die in Scream 8. I hope so. Like, you know, because I think they're gonna have to kill him. And I hope he gets away in Scream 7 and they don't kill him until Scream 8. Do you think in Scream 5 there was a secret third killer? Technically, yes, because I think Stu was a killer in Scream 5. If Stu gets killed by a smart TV, I'm done with this franchise. What if instead of him dying at the end of 8, he just gets put in a mental hospital, leaving it open-ended? I guess that's a possibility. I just don't see them doing that. I feel like if and when they kill him, I feel like it's going to be a definitive kill. They're going to chop his head off or grind him up like Michael Myers in Halloween Ends, something where there won't be any debate anymore whether or not he is alive. Yeah, nothing will ever top the original Scream. Yes, Melissa, Dewey is back. It's confirmed. Scream 96 is definitely better than 4, but 4 is my favorite sequel. However, I am hoping, as much as I love Scream 4, I'm hoping Scream 7 is even better. Scream 96 hasn't aged well? Oh my god. I think it's aged incredibly well. I disagree. I think it hits every time. It hits for me every single watch. It never gets old. Yeah, I wonder if so all the people who are saying this movie is going to flop, I don't think it will at all, but maybe they are announcing these people because they're kind of scared that people are not going to show up, but the real fans will always show up. That's a good point, Angie. If Stu does if he is in Scream 8, I feel like Sydney would have to be there for it. Maybe Stu will also be in the Kirby TV show. That would be great. I feel like the Kirby spinoff, which I think actually is a movie rather than a TV show. I don't know though. Could be wrong. Um, I feel like it's just a rumor. Like, I don't know. The rumor broke and then it seemed to be kind of confirmed. Like, because there was something on Production Weekly about it. But I technically don't consider it confirmed until it's like on an official website, like Deadline. That's kind of when I consider something official, like I don't know. I don't know if it's confirmed. If there's one Scream that's better than the first, it's the second. Hard disagree. I don't think any of them are better than the first. Still love them. Yeah, Leah, I try to I like to take my time because I like to kind of get to everyone and give them enough time. But then I'm like so behind. I'm like 30 minutes. I'm like 40 minutes behind in the chat. I'm sorry, you guys. Yeah, if you have a movie that you don't want to have to go to the bathroom, um, you can't get a drink at the theater. I appreciate you, Scotty. I love watching Principal Hembry berating the students in the office. One of my favorite scenes in the franchise. He is so good in that role. Yeah, his scenes are great. Yeah, Chad getting beheaded, that would be sad. Speaking of Mason Gooding, I enjoyed Hard Eyes. I think he was great in that movie, and most of the movie was enjoyable, but I hated the reveal. I think it was so bad. What if Mindy becomes a ghost face after Chad dies? Maybe she just snaps. We have a super chat from Captain J. Thank you so much. Would seeing Stu die in Scream 7 be a disappointment? It wouldn't. I'm kind of expecting it. I just want to see him be alive. They can do whatever they want. If they want to kill him, I won't be disappointed. I am expecting it. I would prefer if he survives 7 to go into 8, but I do expect that they will kill him eventually. Thank you, Captain J, for your super chat. Stu just looking in a reflection of a TV, then walking away. This would be good, Angie. Stu's mask to come off and him say, "Surprise, Sydney," and then he walks out as sirens come and end credits. And then he can be in Scream 8. Yeah, see, my thing is, I want him to be revealed in the final act, the way it always is. I love the idea of building up the whole movie to the final act for the reveal. But at the same time, I do want him in a full movie. So that is why I think it would be perfect if, like we've been saying, have him survive the end of Scream 7 so that we can get him in a full movie in Scream 8. And I did a video pretty recently, a few weeks ago, trying to decipher Matthew Lillard's Instagram post when he announced his return. And I think there are possible clues in his Instagram post about him being in two movies. If you don't know what I'm talking about, please go check out that video. It's called Deciphering Matthew Lillard's Scream 7 post. Thank you, Jess, for your super chat. You said, annoyed they keep telling us so much. I like mystery. Yeah, I agree with you. I've shared my thoughts on why I think they announced Matthew Lillard. As much as I wanted it to be such a great surprise sitting down in that theater, I understand why they announced it. It would have been spoiled, and that would have sucked. I would have been way more upset if, a month before the movie's release, we see leaks of Stu online. Now, David Arquette, I do wish that they kept it a secret. Because they got to keep some things secret. Imagine already being excited going into that movie, knowing we're going to see Stu, knowing we're going to see Roman, and then being surprised with Dewey Riley. Like, they should have kept it a secret. I don't know why they're doing this, but I don't know. I'm just happy that he's back. Thank you, Jess, for your super chat. We have another super chat from Loud World 97. You said, I want there to always be more Scream news, only to get more videos from you and everyone else, even though I don't want to be spoiled that bad. Thank you for your super chat, Loud World. Yeah, I kind of agree. I don't want that many spoilers, but at the same time, I want more Scream news. As long as it's nothing major, and that's kind of like how everything that I've been reporting on my channel, I don't think is anything major. If it was something major that like probably shouldn't be shared, I either wouldn't share it at all, or I would give a big spoiler warning before I share it so that other people won't be spoiled. But yeah, as much as I want more news and more photos, I kind of like that they're being very secretive. Thank you so much for your super chat, Loud World. Let me see. Yeah, I really like the Batman movies with Bale. Those are good. I'm not a huge fan of superhero movies in general, but those are good. Hey, Chocolate Ice. Hey, RJ. I would love to have an appearance in Scream 7. Stu's shirt not being there at the shrine is definitely one of the biggest Stu clues I've ever seen. I agree. I feel like not a lot of people know about it. Definitely an overlooked clue. That's why I just did a separate video for it recently. I first talked about it in my 50 Stu clues video from like over a year ago. I might have actually included it in my first video ever, 20 Stu clues, but definitely it was in my 50 Stu clues. So, and I think it's a major clue. So that is why I wanted to do a separate video for it, because I feel like in a big video like that, things can just kind of get lost. Plus, it was so long ago, like, and I have so many new viewers, so not everyone knows about this clue. If Billy's shirt that he died in is in the shrine, why isn't Stu's sweater that he supposedly died in, that should be in the shrine too, if he was really dead? Yeah, this is what I'm thinking, chocolate ice. I think it's a big possibility. Dewey knew Stu is alive. I have a couple videos on the channel. Why is Art the Clown so mean to Sienna? I don't know. He kept smacking her on the back of the head in the third one. Definitely think we could get a Maureen flashback. I have a video on the channel about this. I first made a video about this like a year ago. And then now with all this talk of returning people, I did another one recently. Scream 6 opening was good. Bye, Leah, if you're even still here, because I realize I am so behind in the chat. That's just how it goes. There's so many people here, which I greatly appreciate. But it's so hard to get to everyone. But tonight is an extra long stream. I usually do an hour. We are at an hour and 42 minutes. I think I'm going to go to 2 hours. So let's see if I can get to everyone in the chat. I'm going to try my best. You can always send in a super chat that guarantees that I see it. Hey, Z Smooth. We don't know for sure, but I'm assuming flashbacks. Joel does deserve to come back. Last I checked, Skeet is not confirmed unless it happened while I'm on this live stream, because that has been known to happen. I was live streaming when I found out that Matthew Lillard was confirmed, so that was insane. But no, as far as I know, last I checked, Skeet is not confirmed, but it's rumored. Jennifer Jolie is funny. I love her. Mickey's reveal is pretty good. Least favorite Ghostface, Ethan. It always comes up in these streams at least once. I can't stand Ethan. I would love a Dokes flashback in Dexter Resurrection. Mickey was a psychopath. He was already a serial killer before Nancy found him. So he was already a full-blown serial killer. We have another super chat from SOC. Thank you so much. You said, even if you do not get to everyone, we all appreciate you trying to get to us all. You are awesome. Thank you so much. I seriously appreciate you and everyone who is here right now. We've had a lot of people here throughout the whole stream. 94 right now. Thank you guys for sticking with me for almost 2 hours. We had 130 people at one point. That's insane. There was a time on my channel where the most I would get is like 50, maybe 60, but now it's like so many people. Thank you so much. Thank you again, you guys, for 14K. I just hit 14K today. And we're going to do a 14K celebration tomorrow, 7 p.m. Eastern time. So hopefully you can make it. We're gonna go for about 15 more minutes here, though. Let me see. Death prediction for Scream 7. Probably Gale. I'm thinking Sydney's husband is gonna die. Maybe he's the opening kill. What if Dewey survived and the Ghostface cult captured him and he wasn't in the body bag, but the security guard? Interesting. I don't think he's alive. I don't know. I don't think he's alive. Hey, Sky. I am having a great day. Thank you. Hope you are too. Thank you, Yuno. What do you think of the next Terrifier? I am super excited for it. I am excited to find out Art's origins. Kind of bummed that it's going to be the last one. I was kind of hoping that they would go to 5, but super excited for Terrifier 4. We have a super chat from German Boy. You said, Jesus loves you. Greetings from Germany. You're spot on with your Dexter theories. Thank you so much, German Boy. I appreciate you. Thank you for watching from Germany. What time is it there right now? It's almost 9 p.m. for me. Thank you so much. I appreciate this. I enjoy making those Dexter theories. Get ready for Dexter Resurrection because lots more theories coming your way. I did just put out a Dexter video today with new set images with Kristen Ritter. And I do kind of share a theory in that video as well. So if you want to check that out, please do. I have been, I gotta say, I have been pretty spot on with a lot of my Dexter theories. So we'll see if I can get any more right for Dexter Resurrection. Thank you so much, German Boy, for your super chat and for being here. I'd like to confirm that Stu was still alive after Sid pushed the TV on him. Source, I played the TV. Stu was still breathing at the end, the last time we see him. So Stu lives, train. Stu lives. Stu lives forever. Jill and Stu live. I love it. Oh my goodness. Thank you, Jess. I appreciate this. Thank you for your super chat. And I'm so glad you love the Yellow Jackets videos. Have you seen both of them? I posted 2. I can't remember if I saw a comment from you or not, but thank you so much. I have some more planned. I love Yellow Jackets. I hope that these videos can pick up some steam because they haven't been doing well on my channel. I did just put out my first Yellow Jackets video yesterday, so maybe it'll take some time for ooh, okay, my first video is picking up steam a little bit. It hit 1,000 views. Wow, okay. Maybe it just takes some time to kind of hit the algorithm because I literally just started covering Yellow Jackets. I put out a new one today that's not doing so great. It has less than 200 views, but hopefully it just is a little slow like my first one. But yeah, I want to get out at least one more video before the new episode this Friday. And I do have some other ones planned for the future. So stick around. Also, tomorrow's live stream for my 14K celebration. I want to kind of talk about Dexter Scream, and Yellow Jackets. So hopefully, Jess, you can make that one. But thank you so much for the support. Yeah, Rose McGowan did talk about Tatum having a twin. Why is it taking so long to edit if they are almost done? We need this movie ASAP. I don't know. I've said before, maybe it has to do with other movies that are releasing in theaters. I don't really know how it works, but I'm assuming that when movies are planning their release schedule, I think they have to look at what other movies are coming out that month or that week. You know, if let's say they wanted to release it in September, maybe September is already fully booked with like other big movies. So then they're like, okay, let's look at October. October might be booked and they don't want to like compete with other big movies. That's just my theory. Thank you, Loud World. You said your video of where Stu has been is the best video and makes so much sense, honestly. Haters don't know nothing. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. I want Randy to return in the present. Jamie Kennedy has theories on this. That Randy faked his death. I'm not into it that much, as much as I would love to see Randy again. Yeah. Do you think that Scream 7 is going to struggle with new viewers? The flashbacks could be seen as kind of stupid for casual fans. I would hope that if anyone who's never seen Scream is planning to see the seventh movie in a franchise, I would hope that they're gonna take the time to watch the first six. I mean, I certainly wouldn't go see a seventh movie if I've never seen the first six. All right, let me see. I'm gonna get to a few more here. I'm not gonna be able to get to everyone. I apologize, you guys. But we are streaming again tomorrow, so definitely make sure all your notifications are turned on. But it is already scheduled, so it's scheduled for 7 p.m. Eastern time. Yeah, it makes sense that they needed to maybe they felt they needed to hype it up a little bit after her firing, but I feel like even if they didn't, I think they would have been just fine. The real mastermind of Stu's cult is Ethan Landry. God, no. Yeah, I would love to see one of the killers just get arrested or get away with it. Do you like the new Batman with Robert Pattinson? I do. I enjoyed it. I know the second one keeps getting pushed back, which is super annoying. I also haven't seen The Penguin. I heard that was really good. Hey, Gregory. Yeah, I enjoyed the Batman. Thank you, Dead Ghost. I disagree with this. I don't think Stu is dead. I've explained on my channel and in this live stream why I still think Stu is alive. Yeah, Nexus, this is what I'm thinking. That we'll get a flashback to Dewey's death, see it play out the way that we did already, but then it's an extended version and Ghostface takes off the mask and it is Stu. Are you watching Paradise? I've never even heard of it, I don't think. I'm currently watching Yellow Jackets and White Lotus. Do we have any White Lotus watchers here? I was thinking about doing videos for that, but I don't know. I'm so consumed by Scream and Dexter and now Yellow Jackets. But I don't know if you guys want to see a White Lotus video from me, let me know. Hey Samira, if one of the Meeks twins dies in Scream 7, do you think it would be Chad or Mindy? I think it will be Mindy who will die. I don't know why. I really feel like it could go either way. Jasmine Savoy Brown, who plays Mindy, said that Mindy is Kevin Williamson's favorite character. So I don't know. Maybe he won't want to kill her off. Chad, I feel like his number might be up. He has survived so many things. I really feel like it could go either way. Did you know that Dewey was supposed to die in 96? I did. I think he was supposed to die, but they loved him so much. And then they were going to kill him in 2, but then they just kept bringing him back. Yeah, he just wouldn't die. Thank you, German boy, for stopping by and for your super chat. Thank you, Harvey. I appreciate you being here. Thank you, Jess. Yellow Jackets is so good. If anyone here has not seen Yellow Jackets, highly recommend. Jasmine Savoy Brown is in it. She's great in it. Everyone's great. And I just started doing Yellow Jackets theories on the channel. So if you want to join in on the fun, definitely check out the show. Currently, season 3 is airing weekly every Friday. So there's only 2 seasons really that you would have to catch up on. The first 2 seasons combined is 19 episodes. Season 1 has 10, season 2 has 9. So you can definitely catch up before season 3 is over. Highly recommend. I appreciate that, Jess. You taking the time to chat. This is a long one tonight. I don't think it's my longest one ever. I think I've gone a little over 2 hours, especially during like watch parties, like the Scream 6 watch party, because the movie's over 2 hours. So but yeah, this is my longest one in a while. I am gonna get ready to wrap up. Jess, I think this last episode was pretty boring, not gonna lie. I think episode 3 of White Lotus was so boring. Not a lot happened. I'm looking forward to episode 4 because they gotta step it up. Lottie, Misty, and Natalie are my favorite characters in Yellow Jackets. Every character is just so good. Lottie, however, has her moments where she like annoys me. Misty also. I love adult Misty compared to young Misty. I love young Natalie. I also loved older Natalie. Yeah, so many good characters. Do you think Sydney will be overprotective of Tatum? Definitely, for sure. Oh my god, the show Dark? Yes, I have seen it, like, 3 times. I think I've watched the whole show 3 times. That is quite possibly the best show I've ever seen. No joke. If anyone here has never seen Dark, it is a Netflix show. It's a German show. So, it'll be overdubbed, like, in English. It is literally the best show I've ever seen. I wanna do another rewatch and maybe do some videos for it. It's so good. It's only 3 seasons, and that's it. They're done with it. So, please check it out, the show Dark. I've seen, like, 1 or 2 episodes of Black Mirror. Um, Not super into it. Um, alright, I think we're just over 2 hours. I think I'm gonna call it. This has been so much fun, seriously. So many people here talking about Scream, about David Arquette's return. That is insane. I do plan on putting out a video tomorrow about this just to let people know that he's back in case, you know, all my other viewers who weren't here tonight so they can be informed. And I'm going to throw out a few theories in my video tomorrow. So definitely stay tuned for that. Um Thank you guys. Thank you again for 14K. We are doing a celebration tomorrow. Hopefully you can make it. Um, no worries, Eunice. We are going live tomorrow as well. And I know I think you prefer the daytime ones, which probably in the upcoming weekend I'll do a daytime one. Um, Thank you for all of your comments, your questions, your super chats. We got so many super chats tonight. I seriously appreciate all of you guys. Um, Thank you so much. I will see you guys tomorrow. I hope you have a great rest of your night and definitely stay tuned for my video tomorrow.